Hello everyone, nice to meet you again, and today I have taken the topic force. We will be going to our topic after learning push, what is push and what is pull. So what is push? A push is a force applied to move an object away from our body. Means like when we are throwing ball, we are pushing ball. And what is pull? A pull is applied to move an object towards our body. For example, when we are going to a mall, we are pulling a door. Means we are taking the door toward our body. And here comes pull. I think you understood what is push and what is pull. Force. A force is a push or pull or both. So force is a push or pull or both. So a force can be a push or pull, or we can say simply both. So a force cannot be seen, but we can feel it and absorb the effects of it. Now here, force, push and pull. Pull means, as you know, towards our body, and push, you already know, to throwing something. Forces are due to interaction. How can we say that the forces are due to interaction? An interaction of one object on another object results in a force between the two objects. So let's think the one object is a man and the another object is a cupboard. So an object means man comes near the cupboard and simply goes and stand there. So the cupboard will not open by itself. When the man go and interact with it, means it pulls the door of the cupboard get open. So by this we can understand the forces are due to interaction. Effects of force on an object. Can move an object, and also it can stop a moving object. Force can change the speed of an object if it is moving. Then force can change the direction of motion on an object. Force can change the shape and size of an object. Now we will be going to learn unbalanced force. The force applied on the object is more than zero. The force that is applied on any object is more than zero. So here, let's assume this is the box. F1 is a boy, F2 is a girl, and they are both applying the force on this box. F1 is applying the force of 10 Newton, F2 is applying the force of 15 Newton. That are in the same direction, that gives us 25 Newton. They are both applying the force of 25 Newton. So Newton is the SI unit of force, and the symbol is an unbalanced force acting in the same direction combined by addition. As I told you, we have learned that we add when the force is acting in the same direction, but what we have to do when the force is acting in the different direction? That time we have to subtract to find what is the force applied on the object now. So let's take F1 is a boy, F2 is a girl. F1 is applying the force of 20 Newton and F2 is applying the force of 10 Newton. Here we minus and we get 10 Newton. That this is the force that is applied on the object right now. So 20 Newton is bigger. As it is bigger, the force it is pushing, so the object will move towards F2. So unbalanced force acting in the different direction, that time we subtract. But this is the applied force is more than zero, and that's why it's unbalanced force. Now we are going to learn balanced force. So what is balanced force? The net force is zero and it is called balanced force. So here we can see F1 as boy and F2 is a girl. So F1 is applying the force of 40 Newton, F2 is applying the force of 40 Newton. They are same. So here we have to subtract 40 minus 40 will give us 0. So the net force is 0. Yes, so the force that is applied on this object is 0 and it will remain stationary or rest, we can say. Balanced force acting in the different direction, that time we subtract. Net force, the force acting on the object whether the force is 0 or more than 0 is called the net force. So the force is acting on any object, it will be 0 or it can be more than 0, is called net force. For here, balance force is here. So F1 is applying the force 40 Newton and F2 is applying the force of 40 Newton. So yeah, answer will be 0. So the net force will tell is 0. Will tell like the net force is 0. Now here we can see this is the unbalanced force. F1 is applying the force of 40 Newton and F2 is applying the force of 5 Newton. So yeah, when we'll subtract, we'll get 5. So the net force is 5 Newton. The net force can be more than 0 or 0. Before going to calculation of net force, we have to see that if the force is applying from the same direction, we have to add. And if it is applying, the force is applying from different direction, we have to subtract. How to calculate net force? Here I have taken P2. We can also take it as D2, E2. We can use any alphabet. So here it is applying the force of 16 Newton and P1 is applying the force of 32 Newton. 32 minus 16 will get 16 Newton because it is up. They are pushing it in different directions. Now 16 Newton is our force. This is our force. So here we will write 16 force. Now we have to tell what it is, balanced force or unbalanced force. Here 16 Newton. Here it is unbalanced force because this is more than 0. Now we are going to take our next example. Here T1, the boy is applying the force of 38 Newton. Here S1 is a girl and is applying the force of 40 Newton. Here the same girl, the girl is applying the force of 24 Newton. We need to add them because after getting our they are in the same direction and after getting our total, then only we can subtract with this one. So here if we add them, we get 38 Newton. So this force is going to subtract with this one, that gives us 0. That gives us 0. So yeah, we can write it as 0 net force or 0 Newton. And this is the balanced force. This is the balanced force as our answer is 0. Now moving to our third example, we'll see here, this is the question again. B1 and B2, here are two boys, and G1, G2, G3 are girls. B1 is applying the force of 20 Newton, B2 is applying the force of 13 Newton. G1 is applying the force of 40 Newton, G2 is applying the force of 31 Newton and G3 is applying the force of 2 Newton. So here we need to add them as per I told, and here also we need to add. First we'll add this one. 40 plus 31 plus 2 gives us 73. Plus 73 Newton. So now we need to add them also. That gives us 33 Newton. So we need to minus this from this. So 73 minus 33 gives us, let's see here, if you minus it, 0. 73 minus 4, 40 Newton. So our net force is 40. This is unbalanced force, and also the box will move towards boys, not towards girls, because the force applied by girls is more than the force applied by boys. Bye friends, see you in next video.